Here with Cam Grodhaus. Cam, National Player of the Week in Division II football. What does that accomplishment mean to you?
It does mean a lot. I think it's really just a really good cohesive thing for our team. I think it brings a lot of really well-deserved attention to the program, and I wouldn't have been Player of the Week without my teammates and my coaches.
Talk about the physicality in a game like that. 25 tackles. Actually, that's the most of any player in NCAA this year, no matter what division. So how does your body recover from something like that?
It's definitely been a process this week. I think our trainers did a great job getting me in early Sunday morning to recover. Actually just was contrasting hot and cold, and come practice Tuesday, I was ready to go.
Big game this week, the Calder City Classic. First time we're going to play for a traveling trophy against Ferris State. What are you expecting from that contest and the atmosphere in Big Rapids?
What I'm expecting is just obviously we're playing against a great opponent, and they've won recently, and that's where we're trying to get our program to be. So expecting another physical game, and really just going to come down to who wants it more.
You're only about 10 tackles away from the single-season record here at Davenport. I know it's your first year, may not have looked at the history books, but what would something like that mean to you?
It would be really nice to just etch my name into the record books for sure. I think it'd just be another great testament to our coaches and the positions that they put me in all year to make plays.
All right, good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Go Panthers. Joined
Joined by head coach Sparky McEwen. Coach, it's the Calder City Classic, the first annual against Ferris State. You coaching there and as an alum there, what kind of significance would this mean to you to play in this kind of game and establish this kind of rivalry?
You know, being the first is important, you know, in such a young program, you know, like the Be First group here at DU. And now all of a sudden, you know, you have the Anchor Bowl trophy between Grand Valley and Ferris. And now all of a sudden you have a Calder, you know, City Classic. And I think it's an amazing you know, opportunity for, you know, both institutions to showcase what their schools are about on a nice stage. And, you know, the thing that's also exciting is that third year, you know, where it's played in a neutral site and not knowing where it could be played. But, you know, you have so many different venues around West Michigan that thing can be played. But I think in regards to just how important it is, I think it's important to both universities, you know, that, you know, you have two teams that obviously in the national stage have a footprint, and obviously, you know, Ferris State being a powerhouse in D2, it just gives everyone an opportunity to see what these two programs are all about.
You know, taking a look from the offensive side of the ball, this is a rivalry where you guys haven't been able to score it as much as you've wanted to. I think we're averaging about 8 points a game in this rivalry. So what will it take to kind of move the football and compete on that side?
You know, we really feel like consistency. You know, those guys are very powerful up front, and, you know, they have a great box, and then they have a fast secondary. You got to be on your game. You know, number one, you got to be successful in the pass. You got to be successful in the running game as well. But in order to do any of those things, you got to be able to protect your passer, and you got to be able to get push up front. You know, so all football has been being played in the box. You know, if we can have some success there, maybe keeping them off strides a little bit, I think that could, you know, help us. But, you know, if we go in there and we don't take care of our business, you know, it could be a long, you know, it could be a long day. But we think we have a game plan that can help our football team feel comfortable and confident in knowing that we can have some success, you know, to have the ability to get in the end zone.
You know, the last couple of weeks, ball control has been a big thing. I think Northern Michigan had it 2-1, and Saginaw Valley had it for 10 more minutes. Is that one of the keys to sustaining drives, keeping the ball, and keeping their offense off the field?
Well, you know, just the opposite of that, you know, Northern Michigan had it for pretty much 40 minutes. But we scored 52 points, you know, so we played with a little more tempo in that game. In the past, I've always been comfortable with trying to control the top because time of possession is important. But at the same time, I also think that it's dependent on, you know, the style of the game, the opponent you're playing. In a team like, you know, Ferris State, they're so explosive on offense. So maybe having the ball in the time of the possession could be more of a benefit. But at the same time, that's easier said than done. They're really good on defense, you know. So my whole thought process is if we can get a score early, let's get it early. If it takes a little longer, it takes a little longer. But since I've been here, we've struggled to score the football. We just want to score, and we want to get it any way we can.
All right, congratulations on the season thus far. Looking for your 8th win of the season for the 3rd straight year. So good luck on Saturday at Ferris State.
Thank you. Go Panthers.